Like to invite Eric Alwyn up, our building commissioner, and Joey, who is our newest colleague on the community development team, and we welcome you.
You're
a minute.
Joey was recently hired as one of the villages. As you know, I like to refer to the building. They are charged with making sure that all things constructed within Joey comes to us with a wealth of experience. Investigator with the Tri-State Fire Protection. Most recently, Joey worked as a code enforcement officer. Additionally, Joey is a current executive for officials conference rescue. All Joey's experience excited for Joey, for what Joey brings.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it and we welcome you. You do bring quite a bit of experience, really an incredible experience level. And we thank you very much for joining the team here at the Village. So on behalf of all of us, I don't know, are you ready to say a few words or? Oh, well, thank you very much, Eric. Yes, we recognize Eric, and that was very nice of you to say. So we welcome you, and you've got a great team that you're working with, and many, many years ahead. So thank you very much, and welcome. Okay, we do have several proclamations that we will be reading this evening. And first, Trustee Kagan, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas during the month of October, the rich culture, history, traditions, and achievements and contributions of Hindus are recognized and celebrated throughout the nation, and Hindu Americans have made significant contributions across all fields, including science, education, medicine, law, politics, business, culture, sports, and more. And Hindus strive to achieve Dharma, which is the code of living that emphasizes good conduct, ethics, morality, righteousness, duty, responsibility, law and order, service to humanity, nature, environment, ecology, and inclusivity. And the Hindu community celebrates various cultural events and festivals in Woodridge, including Diwali, which promotes this message of triumph of good over evil and light over darkness. And during Hindu Heritage Month, we honor and celebrate the rich and vibrant heritage, traditions, culture, history, spiritual values, achievements, and contribution of Hindu Americans. We are grateful for the innumerable contributions they make to our society, which are vital to our community. Now, therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, in recognition of Hindus in our community, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Hindu Recognition and Heritage Month, and encourage all residents to celebrate the diverse heritage and culture. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Kagan. We will be sharing this proclamation with our Human Relations Advisory Committee, and we thank them for all of their service and good work throughout Woodridge. And thank you very much for reading that, Trustee Kagan. And next, we do have Trustee Antilles, who will be reading the National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
Thank you, Mayor. In 1988, Congress declared the month of October as National Disability Employment Awareness Month to recognize the contributions made by individuals with disabilities. And the Village is committed to breaking down barriers, providing resources and guidance for residents who live with a disability so that they can access employment and achieve success in the workplace. And the importance of inclusion and diversity in our workforce creates opportunities for growth and improvement and helps toward building a stronger economy for our city. And our residents with disabilities deserve the right to live independently, enjoy self-determination, and be treated equally in the workplace. And this year's National Disability Employment Awareness theme is Access to Good Jobs for All. Now, therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
Thank you very much, Trustee Antilles. We appreciate that very much. And next, Trustee Page, and you will be recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day proclamation for us, please.
Whereas Village of Woodridge recognizes Indigenous people have lived upon this land since time immemorable. Native and non-natives have shared this community for hundreds of years, and the Indigenous people have provided us friendship, guidance, and protection. And the idea of Indigenous Peoples Day was first proposed in 1977 by a delegation of Native nations to the United Nations. This year's Indigenous People Day theme is truth, healing, and justice. On this second Monday of May, we should honor the historic, cultural, and contemporary significance of Indigenous people and their ancestral land that also became known as the Americas, and celebrate their contributions to communities throughout the land we now call the United States and all over the world. Now, therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook County, Illinois, do hereby proclaim October 13th, 2025 as Indigenous People Day in the Village of Woodridge, and urge all residents to celebrate the resiliency and tenacity of Indigenous people everywhere.
Thank you very much, Trustee Page. And our last proclamation is Arts DuPage Month, and that is going to be Trustee Nekovar, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas the arts, culture, and humanities are in the embodiment of all things beautiful and entertaining in the world, an enduring record of human achievement, and the arts, culture, and humanities enhance every aspect of life in the Village of Woodridge, playing a very important role in our community by improving our economy, enriching our civic life, and exerting a profound positive influence on the education of our children. And arts education research shows that the arts help foster discipline, creativity, imagination, self-expression, and problem-solving skills, while also helping to develop a heightened appreciation of beauty and cross-cultural understanding. And we use the humanities, history, literature, and philosophy to explore what it means to be human. And the arts, culture, and humanities play a unique and valuable role in the lives of the families in the County of DuPage. And the month of October has been recognized as Arts DuPage Month by Arts DuPage and by the arts and cultural organizations in all the communities within DuPage County. Now, therefore, Gina Cunningham, Mayor of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, by virtue of my office, do hereby proclaim October 25th as Arts DuPage Month in the Village of Woodridge, and call upon all citizens to celebrate and promote the arts and culture of DuPage County.
Thank you very much, Trustee Nekovar. Appreciate you reading that, and everyone for reading all the proclamations. So moving along, we will move to comments from the public, and first under the first item, which is a public hearing for the Panattoni annexation agreement. It is again my understanding that staff is recommending that the public hearing relating to this proposed Panattoni office warehouse development and related annexation petition, which is out on Davie Road, be continued to our October 16th meeting. I would therefore please ask for a motion to continue this meeting, this public hearing, to our October 16th meeting. So could I please have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Kagan. Going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan. Trustee Antilles.
Aye.
Trustee Nekovar.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. We do have a second public hearing, the utility line text amendment. Administrator Stonich.
Thank you, Mayor. This agenda item is a public hearing of the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Woodridge, convened for the purpose of considering a text amendment to Title 10, Chapter 5, Section 5 of the Woodridge Municipal Code. The applicant is the Village of Woodridge, 5 Plaza Drive, Woodridge, Illinois, 60517. The applicant is seeking a text amendment to the subdivision code to further clarify the requirement to bury existing overhead utility lines as part of the development application. Notice of public hearing in the matter to be considered was published in the Daily Herald on September 16th, 2025. Copy of the certificate of publication shall be made a part of this hearing record as Village Exhibit A. Let the record reflect that all other notices required by law have been given. Staff as applicant will now present their application and explain the approvals that are being sought this evening.
We open the public hearing and then
So we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing.
could you please state your name for the record? I don't think you're on, Kimberly.
Kimberly Clark.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please proceed.
Sorry. Good evening. Thank you. Staff is here to present a text amendment to our subdivision code, and that would regulate anything that would be subdivided or re-subdivided as part of a development process. Particularly, we wanted to look at the section where it talks about utilities and whether or not how those utilities are treated in a development application. And it was just really to further define what staff's goals were, in that many of our sites have existing lines that may have been in existence for some time, and others are bringing in new utilities. So there was some maybe clarity that needed to be had when we were working with some recent developments, as their understanding of the code was only new utilities being brought in had to be buried. But after discussing this, I think staff's real goal is that any overhead lines that are in existence as part of a redevelopment subdivision, the village really wants to encourage that those lines get buried, and therefore this new language really expands the initial statement of all communication power and other service lines shall be placed in underground easements to a lengthy description that talks about all new proposed utility and service lines must be located underground. And then there's a paragraph that talks about all existing above ground utility service lines should be buried in the public right of way or on private property. And we recognize that there will need to be some discretion, maybe based on the development. So it does give that sole determination of the village on whether it's feasible to bury those lines. And if not, then also the village may require a fee in lieu of burying those lines. We have other areas in our community that it might be beneficial that if we were to have some dollars, we could make other projects, better with the burial of the utility lines. So really that was the goal of this text amendment, is to be more clear about what our intent is with that section of the code. And so if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer that. And
Thank you. Going to open it up to the board and ask if anyone has any questions of Director Clark. Thank you.
At this time, Mayor and Board, we will now give members of the audience the opportunity to ask questions or provide statements for or against the applicant's requested approvals.
So if anyone in the audience would like to come forward, we invite you up to the podium at this time. Okay, seeing no one, Administrator Stonich.
Yes, Mayor. Lastly, of course, if there's any written material or other evidence any member of the audience wishes to tender to the Mayor or the Village Board, please do so now. Seeing none. Mayor, at this time, I believe you would be seeking a motion to close the public hearing.
Yes, thank you very much. Going to ask the Village Board for a motion closing the public hearing. A motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you very much. And a second? Second. Thank you. All those in favor, aye. Aye. The public hearing is closed at this time. Thank you, everyone. We'll now move to comments from our public. Again, this would be comments that are not related to the agenda items that we have before us tonight. So I'm going to pause for a moment and acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda, and we would enter those into the public record. Administrator Stonich?
Thank you, Mayor. We have received 3 written comments in advance, and the board has received copies, and these will be entered into the record. First one is from Aaron Anarella Creedler, William O'Connor, and then lastly, Sue and Zach Lee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to ask anyone here that is in the audience this evening if you would like to address the village board on any items that are not related to tonight's agenda, we would invite you up to the podium. Seeing no one, we'll go ahead and move on. Thank you. And now we would go to items that are related to tonight's agenda. Going to ask if we have received any items that are related to tonight's agenda. And if so, Administrator Stonich, if you would please.
Mayor, we've not received any.
Thank you very much. So we're going to open it up to everyone here tonight. If you would like to make a public comment to the village board on items that are on tonight's agenda, we would invite you up to the podium. Okay, seeing no one, we will go ahead and move on. Again, we thank you for being here tonight. This is our omnibus. I'm going to ask, please, for a motion to approve items A through C and acceptance of items D through F. I'm going to ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Antilles. And then did I hear also Trustee Neckavar as a second? Thank you very much. Is there a request for any item to be considered separately this evening? Okay, seeing none. Going to ask our administrator to please review the omnibus for us.
Thank you, Mayor. First item A, Resolution 2025-90, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to execute an engineering agreement between Woodridge and Christopher Burke Engineering for design engineering for the MacArthur Drive water main replacement project. Item B, Ordinance 2025-37. It's a plat of easement relating to 7145 Janes Avenue. This is Demeter Millwork as the applicant. Item C is Resolution 2025-91. It's a resolution approving the waiver of a peddler license fee for the upcoming Woodridge Winterfest food trucks. And then lastly, items D, E, and F are prior board meeting minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Neckavar,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, everyone. Under the presentation of communication and correspondence, I do have a mayor's report this evening. The Woodridge Celebration of Hispanic Heritage, and we are announcing that after careful consideration, we have decided to cancel our HRAC and ALMAS Woodridge Celebration of Hispanic Heritage event, which was originally planned for this Sunday, October 5th, at the Woodridge Public Library. Due to logistical challenges, and we're very sorry because we know many people were looking forward to this gathering, as we were as well, but we've had some issues come up here in the last day, and we're sorry to say that we have needed to cancel that at this time. So the gathering that was planned would have music and crafts and community gathering, and just know that we are equally as disappointed. However, we will and do plan, and I know Andy has taken care of all of the arrangements for this, that we would still supply all of the crafts and everything to the library. And anyone who would like to go could certainly pick up any of the crafts to share with their kids, and gives us a chance again to plan and honor Hispanic Heritage Month sometime in the future, because we as a community want to celebrate the traditions, the stories, and contributions of our Hispanic and Latino neighbors here in Woodridge. And then throughout the remainder of Hispanic Heritage Month, all are invited to visit the library at your leisure. And you can come and enjoy the themed children as crafts, as well as other items that the library will have. If anyone is interested, they can go right up to the circulation desk at the library. The crafts will be made available. and they can just take them home. That way you can still celebrate, but right in your home with your families at this time. Additionally, we encourage our neighbors and community to continue honoring this special month by sharing stories and all the cultural traditions and exploring the richness of the Latino history in such meaningful ways together. The Village of Woodridge, along with our golf course management consultant, JJ Keegan, is seeking community feedback on the village greens of Woodridge Golf Course. A short survey is available on the village's website, in our e-news, and on social media pages of the village. At the end of the survey, participants will have a chance to win a golf foursome with carts, which would be valid November 9th, 2025, or through that point. And 5 winners will be selected, and you would be notified via email or text on October 6th. So we appreciate you coming out and giving us information and helping us as we move forward with the situation with Village Greens. And really, the feedback is essential. Lastly, Woodridge Cleanup Week or Day is just right around the corner. So just happy to remind everyone that Cleanup Day will take place next week, October 6th through October 10th. So on your regular collection day during that week, you can place unlimited refuse at the curb, including furniture, carpeting, bulky items, and more. There are some items that may be restricted, so please do check. But this is the time if you're wanting to declutter or kind of just clear out your home, this is the perfect time. And we thank the village for this and also Groot. So again, it is next week. That is my report. Administrator Stonich, your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. First item A is Resolution 2025-92, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute an agreement between the village and Integrated Lakes Management, Inc. for the installation of an aerator system at Zurich Pond.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2025-92.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Kagan. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Nekovar,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item B is Resolution 2025-93, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute an agreement between the Village of Woodridge and H&H Electric for installation of underground electric service for an aerator system at Zurich Pond.
I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2025-93, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Antilles. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Nekovar.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item C, Resolution 2025-94, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute a contract with Eastern Computer Exchange through the Omni NCPA Intergovernmental Joint Purchasing Cooperative and Synerg IT Incorporated for the purchase of a computer data backup system replacement.
Thank you very much. If I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2025-94, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Nekovar. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise, Trustee Nekovar,
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item D, ordinance 2025-38. And this is a subdivision code text amendment, Title 10, Chapter 5, Section 5. This is in reference to the prior public hearing. This would further clarify the requirement to bury existing overhead utility lines as part of a development application.
If I could please have a motion to approve Ordinance 2025-38, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Antilles. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Nikavara,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, ordinance 2025-39, an ordinance extending pilot program for keeping of chickens on residential properties. This ordinance will extend the backyard chicken pilot program until January 5th of 2026.
If I could please have a motion to approve ordinance 2025-39, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Kagan. A second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Antalese, for the second. Any discussion on this item?
Madam Mayor, just a really quick question for staff. Have we received any complaints regarding chickens since we did this pilot?
Thank you for asking. We have received some complaints with those folks that were not in the pilot program, actually. They were in violation, and we did get those corrected. We had to go back with one instance a few times, but so far, everyone that is participating in the program, we have not heard complaints. As part of this presentation, when we come back to you all, we actually have reached out to all those participants. We've put out a survey, and we're asking the neighbors to comment. So we hope to have more information, but we have not, other than those that were just in violation.
Thank you.
Can I ask a further question? Is everyone in compliance currently that we know of?
Of those that are with the program, correct? Yes.
Thanks. All right, thank you very much.
Mayor, if I may, by way of background, staff is going to be coming back to the board here, I think it's around the November timeframe, to report back to you in study session on the backyard chicken pilot program. We'll share the results and ultimately get your direction on whether you wish to proceed with, if you will, codifying the program permanently in the code.
Thank you very much. Any other comments? Questions? Thank you. If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Nikavara,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Mayor.
Nay. Motion carries.
Next, item F, Resolution 2025-89, a resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2025 Dodge Durango from Thomas Auto Group through the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative. This would replace a 2016 Ford Explorer Interceptor in the police department.
Thank you very much. If I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2025-89, please. Thank you, trustee Martinez. A second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Page. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Nikavara,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez, Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item G, Resolution 2025-95. This approves change order number 1 with Globe Construction, Inc. This is for the 2025 concrete flat work contract, which is in reference to bid 2025-02.
If I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2025-95, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page. And a second. Second. Thank you, trustee Kagan. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Nikavara,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, item H, Resolution 2025-96, resolution approving change order number 1 with Hard Rock Concrete Cutters, Inc. for the 2025 sidewalk slicing program. This is the Lombard joint bid.
I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2025-96.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Antalese. And a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Page. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Annalise,
Aye.
Trustee Nikavara.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item I, Resolution 2025-97. This waives, seeking a resolution waiving the competitive bidding process and authorizing the Director of Public Works to accept a quotation from K-Tech Specialty Coatings, Inc. for the provision of BT de-icing products.
I could please ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2025-97.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Neckebar, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Antilles. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Annalise,
Aye.
trustee Nekovar,
Aye.
trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Last item under my report this evening, Resolution 2025-98. Resolution approving the change order number 1 to the agreement for professional services with Volt Electric for additional arc flash assessment services.
If I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2025-98.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Antilles, and a second.
Second.
Trustee Page, thank you. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Annalise,
Aye.
trustee Nekovar,
Aye.
trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, everyone. With no other active agenda items or unfinished and new business to come before the board in our regular meeting, we do have the need to convene an executive session this evening immediately following our adjournment. The purpose of the executive session is to review and discuss pending, probable, or imminent litigation. Going to ask please for a motion to adjourn the regular meeting of the village board and then to convene an executive session 5 minutes following our adjournment. If I could please have a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Neckevar. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. It is 7:33 PM. We thank everyone for being here this evening. Have a good evening. We are adjourned.
Sorry, Mayor.